Good afternoon. I'm Dan New from EY, and I'm happy to announce that EY is one of the newest platinum sponsors of the Sandbox, and we're very excited to be working with the Sandbox. We do have a long history of fostering collaboration between the traditional financial services firms and the fintechs, and we see this opportunity to help further develop and grow the future of financial services. And I'm here to introduce Sajil Koroth from KapitalWise. Prior to KapitalWise, Sajil led product and engineering at LearnVest and IHS Markit. KapitalWise helps banks to leverage the power of AI and machine learning into relationship banking by predicting consumer life and financial events and helping banks to predict products and services for their customers. Sajil?
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for the intro. Hi, my name is Sajil Koroth. I'm the founder and CEO of KapitalWise. We are a New York-based technology firm that is helping retail banks to scale personalized engagement with their customers. So as we all know, consumers are not walking into banks' branches anymore. And they are turning to third-party fintech apps to manage their finance. So at KapitalWise, we are providing a platform that would help these banks to engage with their consumers by knowing what is changing in the consumer's personal and financial life. We start with event detection. Our event detection algorithm look into consumers' transaction, accounts, and third-party data source like planned data that we consume and bring onto the bank's platform to see what is changing with consumers. Things like if someone is going to get their bonus paid or somebody has listed their home for sales, all these events would be floated to the banker so that they can take the right actions based on that. On the consumer side, consumer-facing side, we have the same platform extended to the consumer side so that the banks can offer products and solutions based on where the consumers stand financially at this point. We also have smart goals, which is, again, a consumer-facing feature where we recommend goals based on where consumers stand financially and nudging them based on their cash flow. Last but not least, we have a fintech marketplace that help banks to offer products that they can't offer at this point by bringing third-party products to the platform and taking a cut of the revenue out of that. So as I mentioned, we have three different platforms, the banker-facing relationship manager tools, the consumer-facing adaptive banking platform, and a third-party fintech marketplace. Without much delay, let me start showing you how the banker-facing dashboard looks for a banker who is under pressure to meet their sales target. So instead of sending out the same email notification, blasting every customers with the same email notification, now using KapitalWise, this banker can see who might be a better target for a specific product within the bank. Here we are showing personal and financial events. We could source pretty much 40 different events from just by looking at the transaction data within the bank. We also bring on third-party data to the platform to bring it up to 60 different events for the banks, and based on that, the banker can upsell, cross-sell, or recommend the right products to the consumer. So you can see we also show the banker why we think there was an event. We show them where exactly the event was created from. We show the data, the data source for the event. So with that, the banker knows what is the confidence level of the prediction. And the bank can automate this. It need not be always used by the banker. It can be automated through their CRM or a marketing system. So once we deep dive into a specific customer, the banker can see what are the relevant life and financial event that might be helpful to start a conversation with this this specific customer. We also predict the cash flow, and we also show the products owned by the bank, owned by the customer with the banks and other banks, because we can look at the transaction patterns and within the bank and say what other products the consumer might be owning. So this is the NLP interface where we show the banker how they can create complex queries and get prospect based out of that. And they can easily either create a campaign out of that or export the list into CRM and create a marketing campaign again. So our integration, to keep it very simple, what we have done is for smaller banks, they can directly upload the data to our platform. But for bigger banks, we deploy most of our solutions within the bank, integrating with their core platform. So we extend the same model, the event detection and financial behavior model, to the consumer-facing side to recommend financial goals, and also helping them to save towards that goals whenever they have extra cash. We call them nudges. These nudges are powerful messages that goes to the consumer saying that, you have extra cash, so do you want to save that towards the specific goal? We also have a financial wellness scoring mechanism where we actually look at the consumer's financial wellness for the future. Instead of how the consumer is doing today, we actually look at how the consumer would do in the future and help them improve that score. And let's say consumer doesn't have any insurance, we might recommend an insurance product for the consumer. That's, again, an opportunity for banks to upsell and cross-sell. The last product which I want to mention here is the third-party product offer that we do through our platform. So let's say a specific customer gets rejected for a loan, and in this case, the bank doesn't make any revenue out of that. But through KapitalWise platform, we can provide third-party unsecured lending provider through the KapitalWise platform and help banks take a cut of that revenue. So after our initial partnership with few of the tier 1 global banks, at this point, we are partnering with community banks and credit unions within US on helping them how to leverage the power of machine learning and AI into relationship banking. At this point, we are looking for both intellectual and financial partnerships. So if you would like to learn if you would like to learn more about KapitalWise, please come and talk to me or my Chief Business Development Officer, Alan, after this session. Thank you.